Hi, this is Dan. How's it going? Today we're going to be going through some drills. So before we get started, we're going to look at the importance of drills. So what is a drill? So a drill is a series of repetitive exercises or activities, and these drills work on certain skills such as, for example, catching a ball, hitting the ball. So today we're going to focus on some MMA drills, so I hope you enjoyed the video and let me know what you think. Okay, so we're going to start with some windmills. You want to start with your back on the floor, knees up, creating circles with the legs, and you're going to perform 10 each direction. You can either slow down the movement or go as fast as you can. This drill will kind of work on creating that circle with the knees when trying to pass a guard. Okay, so moving on to some big windmills, you want to perform 10 each direction again. This is a more advanced version of the windmill. So you want to make sure to get those hips off the floor, making kind of like a circle motion in the air, then touching the ground with your hands. This drill would be effective when sweeping someone to the side. Okay, so moving on to the rollback to get up, you want to perform 10 of these. So you want to start with the rollback and you want to tuck one of the legs under and then popping up on one knee, pushing the hips through. Make sure your back is straight and your core is engaged as well. This drill would be important when getting up from sweeping an opponent on the floor. Okay, so we're going to move on to the technical stand-up and we're going to perform 10 each way. So we want to start with our hand planted on the ground, one leg out, and we're going to bring that leg backwards. Make sure to straighten out the leg on the same side as the hand that is planted. Also make sure to have one hand out at all times too. This drill works on getting up safely after sweeping your opponent. Reset each time after you performed one rep. Okay, so moving on to the next drill, we're going to do some triangle chokes. We're going to try to do 10 each leg. So what you want to do is bring the hips off the ground and get your legs into a triangle choke position. This is going to be an effective drill when trying to get your opponent into the choke. It's important to try get your hips off the floor and make sure to reset each time. Okay, so moving on to the bridge, you're going to perform 10 each way as well. So you want to start with your feet planted, bridging upwards onto one side. This is going to be an effective drill if your opponent is in the mount position. This would be kind of your starting position when you're trying to escape from the mount. Make sure to look behind you when you're bridging as well. Getting full extension is also important in this movement. Try to keep your elbows tucked in by your side. Okay, so we're going to move on to our hip outs. This drill is an effective way into hipping out from your opponent after being in a closed guard position. This movement will get you away from your opponent. It's important to really push out. You're going to start with both feet planted and you're going to bridge up on one leg, imagining that you are pushing with the other leg against the opponent. Your elbows should be tucked and they are performing kind of a pushing motion at the same time when you're pushing with your legs. Okay, so we're going to move on to some spirals. This is an effective drill when you're trying to counter a takedown. So you want to imagine that your opponent is after going for your legs and you're pressing your hips against him, sprawling your way down to the floor. This position will get you the advantage of being on top of your opponent. You want to make sure to perform 5 of these each hip. This drill does work on your speed and your reactions to your opponent's takedown. Okay, so lastly we are going to perform some sit-throughs. This is going to be a drill specially designed to get out of a position where you're in the turtle position and your opponent is on top of you. So you want to start in the turtle position and you're going to plant one arm out to the side, bringing the leg on the same side through. You're going to be on your other foot with a bent knee and your arm out. And you want to perform 10 of these each direction. Make sure to switch sides after performing one of these and making sure you're fully extending the leg each time. All these drills can be used as some sort of a warm-up before your main exercise. So if you want to build this into kind of like a circuit warm-up, feel free to do so. So thanks for watching my video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.